Okay, so could we be getting our first batch of official WWE 2K20 news in 1 week's time, where we could potentially see either the cover star or a trailer from 2K? Well, I think last night at the Extreme Rules pay-per-view in Philadelphia, we might, and I'm saying might, take it as a pinch of salt, but we might have been given a subtle hint, because there's been plenty of talk about 2K working on a big money trailer enlisting current superstars and, most importantly, legends. Now, during the Extreme Rules pay-per-view last night, there was a trailer shown for, in 1 week's time, a Raw reunion. This will be hosted on the 22nd of July in Tampa, Florida. And as part of this, they're going to have a ton of legends. And let me just list off the names that were put in this hype video for Raw reunion. So you had Stone Cold Steve Austin, Hulk Hogan, Ric Flair, Shawn Michaels, Razor Ramon, Diesel, Kurt Angle, Sergeant Slaughter, Christian, the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, Eric Bischoff, I like that, the Boogeyman, Jimmy Hart, the Hurricane, Santino Marella, interesting, Jerry Lawler, Devon Dudley, and Booker T. So that is a packed list of legends, and quite an interesting variety, because we've got some historical legends which clearly are legends of the industry, but also in there as well we've got a few funny superstars thrown in. And if you actually look at the chemistry of the superstars and legends that we've got there, kind of makes me think they'd make a good combination for a trailer. And if you also notice as well, WWE chose to use the WWE name for each of these legends. For example, Razor Ramon, Diesel. Well, we've known Razor Ramon as Scott Hall for many years. He also wrestled under the name Scott Hall as part of the NWO in WWE, but WWE have been very clear here to point out that it is Razor Ramon. So I'm just thinking, if this is a Legends trailer and it's going back in history, then this would be why they use those names. Now, this is all speculation, but it would tie in very nicely to the talk of a big budget trailer, and it would be the perfect time because everybody at the moment is scratching around for news. People want to know about the game. We've had some details now about NBA, but still, WWE games hold fire. They're not willing to pull the trigger. And this seems like the perfect time, particularly if it is going to be this big budget Legends trailer. And if you haven't seen the NFL 100 trailer, I will link it in the description box below. I think I've linked it on 2 separate occasions already, but if it's anything like that, the trailer will be a cracker, because I love that trailer. I watched that back and I actually thought this could be perfect for a WWE style trailer. And it's a bit like the Titan Towers one we got many years ago. So I think that we could get something rather cool, but we will have to wait and see. Now, what do you think about this? Do you think the timing is right? Are you too impatient? Have you got fed up of waiting? I'm looking down that list of names that I see at the moment, and I do think there are a couple that are missing from the previous reports, because we have heard about this trailer and there were listed superstars that were in attendance apparently for the shoot of it. And we had names like the icon Sting, he's not there, and we also had Bret the Hitman Hart, which I thought was a very interesting one, considering just a few weeks before Bret Hart was at AEW's Double or Nothing to reveal their new World Heavyweight Championship. But Bret Hart was reported as part of being with this trailer. So I want to get your views and opinions on this. I do think, and I'm just kind of sitting there digesting the information about this and this Raw reunion, what's the purpose of it? Why are we having a Raw reunion on the 22nd of July in Tampa, Florida? And I could be missing something major here. It could be a significant date for Raw, but that's not even mentioned in the trailer. It's just, oh boom, it's a Raw reunion. And already some of the WWE superstars, some of these legends that have been featured in this promotional package, this video, are tweeting about this. So they're drilling up a ton of hype for this as well. So what better way to deliver that hype than by promoting the WWE video game, which is WWE 2K20. I just think it makes sense. And I've seen a few people on Twitter also reporting and thinking this could be the case. And like I said, the combination of the talent that they've listed here would work well for a trailer, because you've got the no nonsense of Stone Cold Steve Austin. You've got the legendary status of the immortal Hulk Hogan, who's returning to the WWE and also potentially a WWE game. You've got one of the greatest, if not the greatest wrestler of all time, Shawn Michaels, followed closely by the Olympic gold medalist Kurt Angle. You've got controversial superstars like Razor and Diesel. Again, going back in history, the $1 Million Man and Sergeant Slaughter. And then you've got a comical aspect as well, which would make perfect sense for a WWE game style trailer, with guys like the Boogeyman and Santino Marella. And then you've got great mouthpieces like Jerry Lawler and Jimmy Hart. Come on, baby, come on. So I just think when you kind of kick back, you look at this information, you think, well, there isn't anything significant to have a Raw reunion. But if they threw in the 2K trailer and maybe the cover star reveal, it could work well. And that's not just to mention one other key little voice bite that was in this promotional trailer. This trailer we're talking about. They actually said, or Jerry Lawler is voiced saying, superstars of the past and today. It's cut, it's edited. It's not like it was recorded specifically for the Raw reunion. So it has been taken and cut up from previous voice bites from Jerry Lawler. But again, if you search around and you think about taglines for the game, although that wouldn't be a perfect tagline, it could work if it was adjusted slightly. So superstars of the past and today. What about superstars of the past and present? You know, and then we might have some sort of game mode where it goes back in history, focus on the legends, but also then brings it up to the present. It could be some sort of style of fantasy booking where you pitch a historical wrestler against the current day talent. Plenty you could do with it. So the more I think about it, the more interesting it gets. So in all honesty, if we do get to the 22nd of July for Monday Night Raw in Tampa, Florida, a Raw reunion, and we get nothing, I'm just going to be left scratching my head. And I think many other people will too, because we are not far away now. We are not far away from the usual time for a WWE game. You know, a couple of months and the game will be out. And we've heard nothing. So we continue to wait, we continue to be patient, but if ever there was an opportunity, and if there's focused on the legends in this year's game, now's the time to kickstart that first trailer on the 22nd of July. And then they could follow that up nicely with the cover star reveal, and that could then focus on the women, because there's rumours that it's Becky Lynch. And who's to say that Becky Lynch, because although we've rolled off all the legends, we haven't really spoke about the current superstars that could be featured in this trailer. And in that promotional package for the Raw reunion, Becky Lynch was showcased there. Seth Rollins was showcased there. And of course, Roman Reigns was showcased there. I think a ranked outsider, which would, I'd imagine, upset quite a lot of people, is that Roman Reigns could be the cover star. If you think about how his year has gone, all the obstacles he's had to overcome, and he's come back, just kind of think that potentially, maybe, he wouldn't be my choice. But then again, I don't necessarily think that Becky Lynch currently, if this was, I'd say about 4 or 5 months ago when Becky Lynch was super hot, then yes, I'd be all for it, her as the cover star. But just a singular Becky Lynch cover star, I don't know at the moment. I'm also thinking we might potentially have had the dual cover star of being Becky and Seth, but that might have gone out the window after the results of Extreme Rules. A beastly result, let's put it that way. But there's plenty to think about right now. So anyway, I want to get your views and opinions on this. I definitely wanted to bring it to your attention. I thought if ever there was a noteworthy moment to actually kickstart this, if we're focusing on legends this year, then why not do it at the Raw reunion and release the WWE 2K20 trailer? We wait with bated breath. Come on 2K, show us what you got. All that's left to be said is please rate, comment and subscribe. Get involved. Let me know what you think via the comment section below. And this is Delzinski signing and waiting out.